this video popped up in my feed, and I'm going to watch it with you and do a reaction to it at the same time, because I really want to know, is Jeff Teague right? Is Michael Jordan really the undisputed GOAT of the NBA? And also, was the debate or the comparison with LeBron James and MJ something manufactured for the sake of viewership? So I want to know this. I'm going to play it and react to it.
Any media person that I see in person for the rest of my life who try to tell me LeBron James is good as Michael Jordan, I'm just going to slap the hell out of him right on the spot. Right on the damn spot. No question asked.
What? Slap!
And it's just basketball. It's just basketball.
Welcome back, my people. Welcome back. I got a good show for you today, which means for LeBron James fanboys, this will be a horrible show for you. So we all know the ridiculousness that took place between the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns the other day. Basically, the refs helped LeBron James and the Lakers win against the Phoenix Suns. They helped LeBron James and the Lakers hold off the comeback that the Phoenix Suns made. We saw LeBron James put his hands on a referee and was not kicked out. We saw LeBron James run over Dillon Brooks several times and was not penalized. Matter of fact, Dillon Brooks ended up getting kicked out the game. We saw the Lakers shoot 43 free throws, and this is par for the course for the career of LeBron James. And
we know that the Lakers is accustomed to getting calls. It's not just during the era of LeBron James, but also during the era of Kobe Bryant. That's why they was able to beat the Boston Celtics in that championship run when they did beat Boston, because they got a whole lot of calls in their favor in order to win against the Boston Celtics, all right?
The fact that the NBA has done everything that they possibly can do to try to make LeBron James something that he is not, to try to say that he's one of the greatest of all time. And so many people in social media have been talking about this in podcasts, and I came across a clip of the 520 podcast with Jeff Teague, and they were discussing this and other topics, and they got to talking about football, and I believe they were talking about Tom Brady, and the guy mentioned something to the effect that Tom Brady is the undisputed GOAT quarterback or something, and said something to the effect that Tom Brady is the only undisputed GOAT quarterback. And then Jeff Teague said something, my people, that will definitely be, Jeff Teague said something that will definitely be earning him a call from Clutch Sports. He can be assured that Rich Paul,
and when you don't go along to get along, especially with what the media is pushing, hey, you're going to get a call. You're going to get a call, and you're going to be affected in some way. Going to be affected in some way. That's why when you look at Kwame Brown channel used to be, the views used to be up there in the thousands. But for whatever reason, he's being censored to a certain extent. Okay, maybe they're not putting his videos out there, or maybe they're not, whatever the case may be. But I believe it's because Kwame Brown goes against the grain. He goes against the norm as an ex-NBA player, and it's hurting. It's hurting a lot of stuff that's been pushed as it relates to different narratives from people that's in place. So that's why I believe that his page is somewhat struggling right now compared to how it was when he first came on the scene. But that's another topic in itself.
Or somebody from Clutch Sports will be giving him a call about these latest statements. So without further ado, my people, let's check out this clip.
Tom probably the only greatest in the sport that's not even argue. Like people don't even argue about that.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
All right, Tom, you got it.
90,000 yards.
I don't think niggas really argue about Jordan. We just make it an argument. Like, I don't think niggas really argue about Jordan. We just make it an argument. Like, I don't think niggas really argue about Jordan. We just make it an argument. Like, I think everybody in the world know Jordan the best ever, but we just try to make it an argument.
You think that?
Yeah, I like Bron because nigga, I grew up with Bron. So like he around my age, I'm gonna give him the. But like when you watch Michael Jordan, you be like, bro, this shit don't even look real.
Yeah, bro.
You watching somebody fake.
Yeah.
You don't.
MJ was, I don't know. You remember back in the day when you had PlayStation and. You creative players. That's exactly what MJ was. He was a creative player with every day at 100%.
Real.
Yeah,
He be walking by niggas. You like, was they scared of him? You gotta really think like these niggas must have been scared of him.
I fuck with Mike.
They were.
But I really fuck with Bron, bro.
I'm rolling moves.
Or that, yeah, a little.
I really.
Or niggas probably was just sad.
I ain't gonna
No disrespect. I'm just saying to him how it looked. It's a huge difference.
Oh, he made it very clear that he
Like-
thought niggas was sad.
Yeah, but that's why I'm speaking for Mike. not me.
But I ain't gonna say that because when I watched, like, I played against Nick Van Exel when he was retired, and I watched that nigga give a person on our team like 12 straight, and I'm just like, and he fat, retired, and he giving Dante Jones just work, wham, 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 and I'm like,
Nah, Nick was wrong. I'm saying,
but I'm saying in my head, you know what I mean? You like some of them niggas was sad, and then you obviously we know Nick Van Exel wasn't sad.
He was cold as fuck.
But we watching him, and I'm like, damn, he talking about Mike like, nigga, Mike, like,
Nah, we know Mike is dead,
bro.
And I'm looking at Quick like, nigga, you better than me. So, nigga, you talking about Mike. How good was this nigga? Like, he like, Mike, man, ain't nobody fucking with Michael.
To hear the way Mike talked about Clyde Drexler, like Clyde Drexler wasn't a premier player.
Yeah,
in the
that's what
league.
I was. I was
Like,
saying
the way he was
sad,
just like, they compare
like,
him to me. I'm not.
Mike was pissed like them niggas was garbage, bro. Like,
Yeah, he called everybody.
Brian ain't gonna say that because it's kind of you can't for real.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate comparing them areas.
I don't like it either, but I'm just saying how much, like, greater Mike was than everybody than LeBron. Like, LeBron's the greatest,
That's
right?
how it was. MJ and the rest. MJ didn't play that. He didn't go around saying that he used to GOAT, this and that, but he was very, very competitive. If you're going to say this person on my level, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm not going to walk around there crowning myself in the air with a crown. Or I'm not going to go around and saying I'm the GOAT. No. I'm going to prove it to you with my game. And so this is what LeBron James should have been doing. But let's get some more of this because Jeff Teague cooking.
But like we be like KD, like it was a talk like I might take KD.
Yeah, it
like
wasn't
I
no
don't know
KDs in the
Kobe. You know what I mean? Like Kobe, it's Kobe Bron. Who you got? Like it was never like Mike and
it was Mike and Magic.
But niggas,
I'm saying, you got KD,
Bob Knight
James
said
Harden.
you got the number one pick. Dude said I need a center. Bob Knight said start Mike at center. Nigga.
100%.
And Bob Knight hated everybody.
But he hated everybody. He was like,
he was EBK for sure.
We got the number one pick. Who we pick? He was like, we need a center. He was like, start Michael Jordan at center.
Yes, bro.
Well said.
So Jeff Teague starts out by saying, hey, I don't think people really argue about Jordan. We just make it an argument. He says, I think everybody in the world knows that Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
I think everybody in the world know Jordan the best ever.
Yeah, at least everybody should know. But, as it was pointed out in this video, you got a lot of fanboys. And sometimes fanboys are the worst. And what is a fanboy? Let me point out to you what's a fanboy because a lot of y'all don't understand what is a fanboy when it comes to sports. A fanboy, not a fan, but a fanboy is somebody that's presented with truth, but would deny truth because the truth touched something that's near and dear to their heart. So this is why a lot of people get emotional, okay, when it comes to LeBron James because they are fanboys. You could present facts, you could present to them data, and you can present to them an eye test. And yet they would not accept it because they are fanboy. And they would deny all of the evidence because the evidence goes against what they believe to be true to themselves. So they deny the evidence because the evidence is contrary to what's near and dear to their hearts. That's what you call living in denial. And fanboys most of the time live in denial because this person or that person is my favorite player. I don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to accept reality. So therefore, I deny the evidence. That's a fanboy.
LeBron James fanboys, you can go cry in the corner because what Jeff Teague just said right there is the truth that no one else who caps for LeBron James will actually come out and say. What Jeff Teague just said is what Shannon Sharp knows. It's what Nick Wright knows. It's what Colin Cowherd knows. It's what you fanboys know deep inside.
And he's right. Everybody know this, but LeBron James is so marketable. So to push the narrative is going to bring in money because he is the most talked about sports athlete ever. Ever. Okay? I might be wrong. It might be just my opinion, but I believe he's the most talked about sports athlete ever. He's even bigger when it comes to takes given on LeBron James and whatnot, and the media pushing him or the media talking about him. I believe he's even bigger and greater than Muhammad Ali in that aspect. Okay? And it might be because of social media and the internet. You know, if social media was back in the day with Muhammad Ali, the story might be different because Muhammad Ali, as some people say, was bigger than life. Okay, he was bigger than life. Even if social media was at its all-time high like it is today, back in MJ day, it'd probably be different. But speaking now, LeBron James is the most talked about sports athlete ever. And he's very marketable, and you're able to monetize discussions and debates predicated on him in this era, okay? But everybody know it down in their heart, and sooner or later, they're going to admit it that, MJ is the greatest. Yeah.
What Jeff Teague just said is that he basically just said what we've all been saying is that this GOAT debate is manufactured. It's not really a debate. We just make it a debate, but everybody in the world knows that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Sorry, fanboys. I know that really, really hurts you to hear that, and we are very happy that it hurts you to hear that. Trust me, we all are delighted in your pain.
And I agree wholeheartedly with him. But let me see. Let me grab some comments, and I'm gonna shut it down. I don't want to be too long. Soulja said, we're going to hear more and more of this as LeBron moves away from the game. As soon as his propaganda machine slows down, I think he will fall in the rankings. That might be true, but at the same time, my personal opinion, I believe that LeBron James is top 3 with his body of work, his longevity, and what he did in the league. I believe he's top 3. That's just my personal opinion. I just don't believe he's the undisputed GOAT that go to MJ. Let me see what some people reply back to. He will never be. His shoes are also not selling well. Boy, these people be. It's only a matter of time till his corporate protection runs out. Well, I can see that. I know a lot of you get mad at me when I say that there's agents in the media that's perpetuating this propaganda machine with the narrative that he's better. Why? Because it brings in more money. I get it. Let's see. The same way Clutch Sports has these dudes discrediting Kobe and Jordan, instead of talking about NBA today, they would turn on LeBron when he leaves and start discrediting him. I agree with that. All right, let's go to some other ones. Conscious got tired of the manufactured reality these fans and networks have maintained these many years. Agreed. That's why I say there's narratives out here that's being pushed for the sake of LeBron James, and it all have to do with money. At the end of the day, all have to do with money. But Kwame Brown and Jeff Teague And people that sort, they've been telling y'all what's the truth. They've been showing to y'all reality, but people like fanboys, they get in their own way. Michael Jordan won more with less help. LeBron James, meanwhile, has lost more with more help. I agree. See, people try to put Scottie Pippen on some type of pedestal, but at best he was average. I know a lot of y'all gonna get mad at me, but at best he was average. He's not on the same playing field as a D Wade. You know, Scottie Pippen, he was, a decent, I would say above average scorer, maybe average scorer, but he was not a scorer like D Wade. He's not a scorer like Kyrie Irving. And his defense is overrated. It take Kobe Bryant, somewhat hinted at his defense being overrated. See, a lot of guys, they push that narrative as Scottie Pippen being a good defender. That's to try to discredit Michael Jordan, okay? To discredit Michael Jordan. Even when you go to the playoffs where they try to push the narrative about Scottie Pippen stopping Magic Johnson. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You go watch that series and you see who slowed down Magic Johnson. All right, come back and talk to me. It's definitely a manufactured debate, as LeBron is not even a top 10 player all time. I disagree with that big time. He's top 3. Every championship he won was with a team manufactured by him. What a joke. I mean, some truth to that. But, at the same time, with his body of work, again, I say he's top 3. That's just my opinion. I don't mean I'm right. But one thing I for sure know, Jordan undisputed to go. Anyone that ever said LeBron is better than Jordan is just incorrect. I agree. I remember Reggie Miller made a comment about MJ back then. Has anyone seen him bleed? Does he even bleed? MJ and Kobe were feared. LeBron's get clowned on, and off the court. I don't know what that got to do with the game, but whatever. People who aren't Kobe or MJ fans still see Kobe and MJ as his fans do. No one outside of the clutch propaganda addicted fanboys see LeBron James as anywhere close to how they see him and what they say he is. One of the many ways it is a propaganda manufactured cult of insecure bozos. Yeah, I agree. Feelings over logic is real. That's what fanboys institute. Okay? Again, what is a fanboy? When evidence and truth is presented to them, they deny it because the evidence and truth goes against what's near and dear to them. That's a fanboy. Yo, Uncommon, these intros are gold. My favorite is with LeBron and NYC, and the guy said, LeBron, you ain't better than MJ or Kobe. Van Asser was a beast. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. We known this for a while. But anyway, man, go check out this video. All right? Fair use, fair use. Go subscribe to Uncommon Sense. Okay, this was a good take. I'll probably listen to it when I shut this down. All right, peace.